Hello everyone. I am drberkkkaratas. Is masturbation beneficial? Is it beneficial? I made a video years ago about how to masturbate. It was a bit more aimed at men. I noticed that while looking at these masturbation videos, I directly mentioned some things aimed at women. Of course, regarding women. I've mentioned it in other videos too, but I haven't explained it point by point like I did for men. That's why I want to explain this. First of all, it is important to know masturbation, it is a healthy act. If you don't have a sexual partner, there is no harm in masturbating. Masturbation is one of the best and most beautiful ways for women to get to know and explore themselves. Of course, if you have a regular relationship and a sexual life, you shouldn't be masturbating. And when starting masturbation, it should begin with sexual urge. Masturbation should start because of sexual desire. It should start because of that. We shouldn't masturbate with any other emotions. I had a video about masturbation, regret, and so on. I mentioned it there. The topic you should feel in a sexual act should be related to sexuality. The reason you start masturbating, there should be an increase in your sexual urge and desire. To calm this down, you should masturbate appropriately, enjoy it. And then after it's over, the calming of sexual urges, the decrease of pleasure, etc. You need to feel these things to calm your boundaries, to be able to sleep at night. You haven't masturbated to relieve your anxiety because these are not feelings related to a sexual act. For this purpose, we should only masturbate when sexual urges increase. If there is masturbation, we should only masturbate when there is a need. Just like in men, we shouldn't rush. The sole purpose isn't just to release, but we should masturbate to enjoy and have pleasure. Just like in men, women also don't masturbate while watching porn movies. We don't watch porn movies while masturbating. Now, the ideal is, of course, to create a fantasy. Here it is. A reel before starting the act, that is the main masturbation. It's like this. Spend about 5 to 10 minutes creating exciting fantasies that you can actually do in real life. When creating a fantasy, you can have light touches on your vagina and clitoris. Breathe in and out regularly. You can move your hips, the YI movement. You can stretch your waist and neck muscles. The most important difference in masturbation in men is this in women. It can be a bit more tense in women. It can be a bit more physically exciting. It should be the exact opposite in men. If a visual stimulus is going to be used, of course we won't use it while doing it. Beforehand, we set aside 3 minutes, 5 minutes, or 10 minutes at a time that is independent of masturbation. We can use whatever image or film it is. After that, masturbate it for an average of 5-10 times, that is, use the same visual for a certain period of time and then turn it off. Continue with the fantasy. Completing masturbation that way is the best. We need to pay attention to these things. In this context, there are, of course, 2 types of masturbation for women. It could be criteria-based vaginal masturbation. Criteria-based masturbation can generally involve using the hand or various devices. If the hand is used, it should be done with moderate pressure. You shouldn't do it too quickly. It should be suitable for the relationship. It needs to be, so your partner should also be able to do it to you in the relationship. I think the most dangerous situation is with sexual toys, both in clitoral and vaginal masturbation. Especially with the clitoris, excessive and continuous use of those electric vibrating devices can lead to traumatic masturbation. Similarly, in vaginal masturbation, using rotators, vibrators, or dildos can also lead to traumatic masturbation. Using devices and dildos is traumatic masturbation because there is no such penis in the world. You won't be able to receive such a stimulus. During intercourse, there won't be a device that provides such stimulation to your clitoris. A penis is not such a device. A penis is not such an organ. So we will pay attention to this. The biggest issue for women is this: should we not use sexual toys at all if they're suitable? You can use them. You can use them for fantasy purposes. I explained it in the sexual toys video. So if you're masturbating 10 times, you can do 9 of them normally and healthily and use one for fantasy purposes. There's no problem with that, but it's not right to use it constantly and continuously. We're not trying to make masturbation ideal right after, like we do with men. It's a reverse mechanism. This duration in women can be a bit shorter. Because the ideal path is shorter for women, it can open up more quickly. In conclusion, it doesn't matter how often we masturbate. We always say it's not the quantity, but the quality that matters. The number doesn't matter. If you masturbate in a way that's suitable for intercourse and pay attention to these rules, we won't encounter any problems. Thank you.